Why hello there, fellow K-Leg illegals. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts, Fire in the Hold. Episode 15, Hunter, Hoards, Heaps of Hull. Now the next time we recharge a K-Leg, we'll be able to be out a lot longer, because I've added 2 batteries, and when I added the batteries didn't have a lot of charge on them, but they'll have a lot more charge once we get back to K-Leg, you know, so I'll have effectively almost doubled. The reason why not truly double, because I added more like electrical stuff on the ship to use. Just a whole lot of empty bins, huh? Look at this. In this bin, there was a tote, and in the tote, there was a pressure suit, but the pressure suit had nothing in it. It was, the level of nesting there. Alright, I've pretty much searched this all. So, big picture item. Let's go through our checklist again, while I just, like, slowly auto-task repair. We have the field coils, we have the reactor core, we have the MHD, we have pellet feeder, one. But I think there's a second one to install. No, there isn't a second one to install. So you have a single pellet feeder, we have fuel regulator, we have a laser capacitor, we have laser, we have a cryo pump. We do not have a cryo tank, we do not have a heavy water tank. So the cryo pump, heavy water tank, and then, interesting, the core pump is not on that list. It should be. I don't know why it's missing. We also don't have a core pump. Weird. Why is core pump? So I took that from the wiki, and I have no idea why the core pump is not on that list. That's super strange. But I noticed. I guess the core pump is an optional, but yeah, I'm going to want a core pump too. So we're still looking for a heavy water tank, at least 2 more helium tanks, a cryo tank, and a core pump. That's the list. All right, time to start our trip back to K-Leg. Because, yeah, we are low power. Unless there, you know, actually, there might be time for one more ship if it's close by. That wouldn't be close. Okay, that has a reactor. You know what? Let's do it. Because what I'll do after this run is go in a different cardinal direction to the next one. It's close. I mean, everything is close at relativistic speeds. I'm joking. It's far enough away that I'll just, like, speed there real fast. So we're getting there in 7 minutes. So in 3 minutes of restoration, I'll get back to the helm. So at 17:38, I'll get back to the helm. Helm time. Only because I'm going at 274, so I wanted to be at the helm. Because moving at 100, if you collide at 100 meters per second, you won't die. It will, like, damage your suit. But colliding at 300 meters a second is a totally different matter. That is likely a you need immediate hospitalization or dead level of collision. The game is very forgiving. Like, collisions at like 50 or 60 meters per second or under is just like bumper cars for the game. And then collisions at like under 100 are non-fatal. They just become very fatal once you get higher than that. With constant acceleration, everything can be reached within a lifetime. Just saying. True. In fact, here's a weird fact. If you could accelerate at 1G for your entire lifetime, you would experience the heat death of the universe. Crazy to think about. And don't sign me up. That sounds not good. Of course, to accelerate 1G forever, or for your entire lifetime, would require, like, more energy than the universe has. I mean, that's the whole thing with, like, you know, accelerating infinitely requires an infinite amount of... But whatever. That aside, cross your fingers that I find something good on this ship. Bootstrapped to unconsciousness. Okay. It has a fuel regulator, a laser ray, a capacitor, no tanks, ablative core liners. Alright, let's grab the dolly. I'm gonna have a lot of, like, extra crap to sell, but I'm not finding novel components. I'm finding a bunch of duplicates, triplicates of stuff I really don't need. But I'll take the money, because I might end up having to buy the components I'm lacking. We'll see. So that's why I'm adding more money to my coffers. I'm planning on taking fuel reg, laser capacitor, and the 2 coolers if I have the repair components for it. If I'm missing a motor, I'm not even going to bother. Missing a motor, not going to bother. Okay, so we're leaving the coolers here. I don't even care. No, not uninstall that. That's not what I meant to do. Uninstall this. And then I'll check bins, of course. So the no spoilers tag is in reference to all the spoilers happening in chat, guys. Just saying. There is, of course, Discord that actually has the ability to spoiler tag stuff, but Twitch chat doesn't, which is why I have no spoilers on, because didn't want them. So, I am delighted by your enthusiasm, but don't be ruining it for people that don't know what is to come. I already checked those. Yeah, okay, I think we're done here. The dolly didn't really help me that much this run, because, the fuel regulators are 3x3, so they don't fit nice. And then everything I want to install in the ship, once I get back to K-Leg, I'll install into the reactor room, or put into the reactor room and redo the barter zone, so that I don't possibly sell anything I don't intend to part with. What was that conversation pop up? I don't even know. Alright, we are 300 kilometers away from K-Leg. Pulling away from Ansem, the ship we were just at. Oh, that's weird. It doesn't have a profile. So I just have to guess that I'm clear of it. And we're there in 22 minutes. So it's 1810. So by 1825, I will go back to the nav. Got power drill is probably going to need a recharge before then, though. Maybe not. Well, there is a lot of stuff to repair here. Let's go from price viz to damage overlay. Come on, cycle. So, yeah, you can see the broken components pretty clearly. Are you able to haul another ship if you have a secondary airlock? You can haul another ship if you have a primary airlock. It's called a towing brace that you install on your airlock. There's not a particularly compelling reason to use towing braces, though, for most use cases. Okay, what is going... Oh, no, is it time? No, I'm just near missing that ship. I'm not on a collision course, unless it's a behemoth. Even if it's a behemoth, I'm not on a collision course. Okay. I will want to return to the nav in just a second, though. Yeah, let's go now. Better safe than sorry. Get inside, man. The character was like, no, I don't want to. Okay, we are 30 kilometers away. There in 2 minutes. And power was only down 2/3. I'm playing it safe because, you know, being in... As you expand your ship significantly, being in deep space without power becomes harder and harder and harder because you can only really repair... You can only really, like, ship in small batteries if you're out of power. Through the ferry service, which will help, but, like, only to a degree. And the larger your ship is, the harder it is to ultimately power it up. Because you have more stuff to plug in, and a single battery is going to wear out sooner. So, playing it safer and safer and safer as your ship expands. If you have a tiny little coffin ship, yeah, it's going to be pretty cheap to run the power to it. But if you have a behemoth with a lot of plugged-in sensors and arrays and antenna and all that jazz, yeah, then it becomes a lot more expensive. All right. I am going to eat in-game, take a dump in-game, and then get to restoring stuff. Kebab of chicken. Chicken. Oh, you know what also might help? Let's look at my social needs. I'm going to tend to my social needs real quick. Just so that I'm, like, a little bit of a happier worker. Because my intimacy, family, and contacts are low. And bringing them back into a slightly more reasonable state could give me extra productivity. It's one part of the game that I kind of wish was toned back a lot. Because the amount of, like... I don't know. It makes me sound like a sociopath, but like I don't feel the need to remember my family every 3 hours. It feels a little excessive. Or like, I don't know. I'm not much of a social butterfly, but this dude needs to like browse Facebook every few hours as well to feel good about himself. And it's like, dude, have a little bit more self-esteem. And if they like divided, if the social needs were like 10% of what they currently are, it would make a lot more sense. All right, toilet time. Technically, I could install my toilet that I have into my ship, but I'll just use the public one. All right. So now the goal is to restore everything that's here, install what I want to keep, and then sell the rest. And then head back out to the boneyard for more stuff. You're a younger adult. I don't know. He's 26. I didn't need to be babied at 26 is... You're an adult. I mean, let's be serious. Especially in Ostranauts, where like the average life expectancy for a shipbreaker is like 50. I'm like halfway to dead, right? Like, I'm midlife crisis period of my life right now, as far as the game's concerned. So I might change some of the orientation and setup of this here. I'll probably have the cryo pump and core pump facing north, and then pellets on the right, lasers on the left, MHD on the bottom, something like that. But I can always reconfigure it as time goes on. And my suit spat's down to 21%. There's a warning when you get to like 5%, so you don't really need to. I mean, the game will tell you. They'll have a pop-up here in the notice of like, your suit's better is at 5%. And then yeah, like you're gonna need to do something about it. Restoring the O2 can. You know what? Whatever. I mean, it's skill level ups. But yeah, that's pointless. Now I probably should keep a helmet and the EVA suit, and then put all of the necessary filters and bottles in them, so I have a total spare. That would be wise. So I'll do that when I do my selling. Oh, don't restore the cutlass. I hope I don't. I don't have the materials for that anyway. I'm gonna go get a grinder to do what? Oh, restoring the cutlass. Yeah, okay. No, dude. Pick it up. Stop that. Right, let's see. We are almost done, because the ablative core liners cannot be repaired, so we just have 2 more pieces over here that need restoration, plus the airlock, and then we'll be all set. Is the guy that I rescued still unconscious up there? He is still unconscious. He's decided that breathing is not an autonomic function anymore, and yeah, whatever. Again, it's not my problem. I don't care. All right, picking up the fuel regulator. So now I'm going to start to set up the new pieces so that I don't sell anything I don't want to. We'll put a fuel regulator here. I'm going to uninstall the fusion array laser, because I actually don't want it there. And put it here. And the nuclear symbol needs to face the core. That's the installation pattern. What else? Cryo pump, pick that up. So when you're installing it, makes it kind of obvious which way points inwards. Okay, what else do we have? We've got another laser array and the MHD. So the MHD... Actually, you know what? I'll put that there. And I'll put the core pump in the middle. What I'm considering in my head is like the walkability of this to make sure that we can walk around the fusion reactor. Because it's very difficult to maintain a system if you have to like uninstall. You can't do a torch burn if you're like uninstalling parts of it. So being able to maintain the system in place is really important, meaning walkability is important. Laser. Shut up, proxy alarm. I don't need to know when everyone's parking. So at this point, we have the lasers here, the pellet feeders here, the cryo pump here, the power generator here. I'm missing a core pump and a pellet feeder, and that's it. I'll have nothing on the bottom. You know, maybe I'll have nothing on the top, because I might be able to actually fit a HE tank here, but I can make that decision later. Ultimately, what was important is the parts that I did not want to sell, I wanted to install so that I don't possibly accidentally part with them. So this cooler, I'm going to move over here. And oh, okay, quit. No, don't take your suit off in space, guy. Quit jiggling. So all the things I want to keep, like this EVA suit, I'll pick up. I want to put away. Also, let's install the antenna too, because otherwise I'm going to forget to keep that. I know installing the antenna is going to increase my power. Actually, come on. What are you doing? Is that not a valid spot? Oh, yeah, it's not valid because of the airlock. Derp. Okay. Go inside. Inside, guy. Inside. And pick up the helmet. So I have a spare suit and helmet. This suit, I will want like filters. I don't need another battery because my charger has so many batteries. So I'll put the helmet and the suit that I want to keep here. And then let's redo the zoning. Because this is way... You know what? Throw it out. Redo the zoning from scratch. So... No. New... Oh, game. Come on. New zone. Throw that one out. New zone. Bartering Hall. So this stuff I want to sell. Yes. And then... Let's see if that looks right. Yeah, that looks right. That covered everything. I'm not getting rid of the Hydras, but everything else I'm going to part with. coolers are common enough. I'm gonna want... Well, actually, I already have a cooler. Never mind. Hydras I'm keeping. Walls I'm keeping. Here we go. IR sensor I'm going to keep. Scrubber I will keep as well. The door I'll keep. The toilet I'll keep. Optical sensor I'll keep. Laser ray. Core liner. Airlock. 18k, not bad. O2. The helmets, because the one I wanted to keep I moved. PDAs. So 112,000 for that run. That price viz was a big old ticket item. So now I've got about $250,000. Not bad. I already paid for more power. I am going to want to buy a few extra bottles of O2. I'll just have them on my person. I don't have any, like, needs at the moment. I mean, I have intimacy needs, but besides that, yeah, I'm good to go. Alright. Back out to the boneyard. Looking for a cryo tank, core pump, and helium. And heavy water. No, I don't need that. I'm not going to set up the secondary suit right now. Again, priorities are what is above my head. Everything else, don't care. Can wait. Alright, pulling away from K-Leg, and then looking for more thruster profiles. That's a weird orb thing. It's not a UFO? Don't I have a helium tank already? Yes. Helium is your primary fuel, though, and to make a long-distance burn, you need more than one of them. I would even say you need more than 2 of them. Because it's reactant, and without a lot of reactant, you're not going anywhere. Basically, you don't want to be in deep space and your fuel tank goes empty. So that's why I said that I want more than what I currently have. That is no moon. Yeah, you're right. Oh, frick. Is this like a cowboy parking on me or something? Oh, it's just K-Leg. Okay, other reactor signs. So this is the one with the pieces for us to build with, which I'll sure I'll get back to at some point. I might need to go deeper into the left. Oh yeah, here we go. That one has reactors. That has reactors. Yeah, there's some reactors out here. More reactors. Cool. There we go. Failing spectacularly. I mean, you are a shipwreck. So we have a helium tank. We have some corpses. Where is price, heat, power? Am I on the pressure? Okay, yeah, I'm on the pressure. So, are you alive? Oh, well, you're not a pirate. You're just a criminal. Are you dead? Yeah, you're dead. Okay. Because that's, like, the main concern. I don't want to get shanked. So, there's another helium tank. I am... Well, helmet. There we go. I am very pleased that we found a helium tank. Because we're going to need them. Actually, let's try to repair this door. I'll take the door, too. Because I suspect I'm going to need at least 4 internal doors as airlocks. So having 4 doors ahead of time would be great. All right, suit's battery is going to need to swap out in just a second. So I'll grab the door and then switch my batteries around. Oh, I probably should punch out a hole here, though. Battery's good. Let's grab that helium tank. So it's a nice ship. There's probably a bunch of PDAs. I can see 2 PDAs on these guys because their arms are glowing, indicating PDAs. MHDs sell for a whole lot, so we'll pick up the MHD as well and hawk it. And having that second helium tank is terrific. So for right now, I'm just fixing the things I want to sell. They also have some coolers. Let's put price viz in. That will help. They have 2 coolers and then whatever else is in the bins. Cryo pumps and a singular laser ray aren't like big ticket items, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going for things that are worth like 5k plus. This is like 1.7 and maybe like God, what is a laser ray? Laser ray by itself is like 2.5, 3k, something like that. So I'm getting choosier because money is not a huge constraint for me at the moment. No, don't horn dog. Okay, optical sensor. Not pristine, but I'll take it. I'm probably going to want like 4 optical sensors for the 4 corners of my ship. So I have 1 installed right now, and I have 2 and 3 here. So, plus they're kind of a big ticket seller too. They sell for a lot. I'm not going to bother repairing the other cooler. I wonder when my, when this wears out. 20 minutes ago? Or an hour ago? Got it. I'm illegally salvaging stuff. 10-4. Should have checked that before I left K-Leg. I only mentioned that because there was a permit over here somewhere. Alright, hold on. That permit was valid. Yoink! That's hilarious. I'm like, oh, I don't have a valid permit. Yeah, I'll just conjure one with my streamer magic. It's funny, I'm glad that it occurred to me that I didn't have a valid permit while I'm staring at a valid permit on the ground. And that's good till tomorrow morning at 9. Law can't knock me for illegal. Oh, okay. And that, friends, is why we check the bins. Weber number 3. Avery, you are a criminal. You are a naked criminal. You're welcome. It's too bad there isn't a... I just want to take their PDA, because, like, I'm not particularly interested in stripping them naked, but, you know, there's no choice for that. So, Isaiah Moses probably got killed. Well, see, here's what's weird. Criminals aren't pirates. Pirates are the hostile ones. Criminals are just, like, smugglers and stuff. So criminals aren't necessarily out to, like, insta-murder you. So I'm not really sure what happened here, but I don't want to examine the bodies because I'm not interested in that mystery. Even a little bit. Alright, so I think we grabbed everything we wanted. This was not a bust. We did get another helium tank, which is, like, terrific. Honestly, super, super terrific. And then we have these PDAs. We're in the Weber torch. Weber number 3. I failed to search one of the backpacks, you say? I'll take a look before I leave. Alright, and here is a price viz. And in here is a power viz. How many pumps do I want? What do you mean by pumps? There's a lot of things that have pump in the name. Can you expect the bodies to play Mr. Space Investigator? Yes, and in fact, you can even be paid to do it, which is in the gigs console. So on most of the stations, there's gigs consoles, and you can be hired as a private investigator to investigate the death of a person. Just not something I'm doing. I don't care. Okay, next stop is way out here. Alright, here's another one. Identical form factor, and then there's another reactor ship next to it. So it's a twofer. It's a pretty long trip, so I'll accelerate more than normal. Well, throttle up. There we go. I'll go up to 150. There's stuff to restore on our ship, so 150 should be fine. Granted, restoring PDAs is, like, virtually pointless, but I'm not going to stop my character. It'd be cool if there was a way to just, like, paint something as, like, do not restore this. But, as far as I know, there isn't. Okay, yeah, we got a little ways to go. So the shopping list is at least one more helium tank. I would be happy with more than one, but at least one more helium tank, heavy water tank, cryo tank, and core pump. And it's entirely possible that, like, given K-Leg shop turnover, I can find it. And it's also maybe worth checking in the flotilla as well, because the flotilla might have it as well. All right. Get back to the helm. Yes, your character does level up by performing actions, so repairing electrical stuff will level up your electrical repair and so on and so forth. So there's a reason to just, like, kind of repair whatever, even if there isn't a lot of financial gain, because you get better at it. And that's never a bad thing, being more skilled in the game. Bringing my thrust max down. Let's kill all the cross velocity and set up the bearings so that it's an easy docking. Raising. Okay. I'll show you my skills once I'm done docking too, after I like take a sip of water as well. Done. Systemic, not individual. Womp womp. It has a bed, but not one I'm gonna bother with. It has nothing. I mean, I'll check the bins, but it really doesn't have anything that screams woohoo to me. Can't all be winners though, right? Then you'd be screaming streamer luck or something. Thank you for tuning in to Ostranauts Fire in the Hold, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. I'm not, however, looking for feedback. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Stay safe out there flying around K-Leg.